Okay, I know it's been forever and I'm sorry. It's just life got busy. And I really just wanted to do this for myself so I would know what would happen and when. So I feel really bad, but for a long time there really was no update. Um, from like last time I updated until I was 4 months, the only thing that changed is I was completely healed by 4 months and I got all better. All my issues were gone. Didn't have to do the fiber and all of that stuff anymore. I still do it sometimes though. And it did kind of change some of my eating habits. I definitely get more regular fiber in my diet, like raspberries and apricots and prunes now. So that wasn't a bad thing, but overall that was a terrible recovery. It was really rough. Yeah, so that happened around the 4 month mark, and then the 6 month mark, a few things happened with Nolan. I tried to give him formula at 6 months. I wanted to kind of go half and half, and he refused the formula and refused the bottle. So we are still nursing, and he's 10 months old now. So I would have loved for that to work a little bit. I think I should have started earlier if I wanted to go half and half, but he was too addicted to the boob, and he still is. What are you gonna do? Also, at 6 months, he started army crawling really, really well. It was like unbelievable. So from until now, he's still army crawling. He's not up on his knee. Occasionally, he'll do like two crawls on his knees, but he's honestly such a fast army crawler. I don't even know if he's going to real crawl. He might just go from army crawl to walking. We'll see. My older son was a really late walker, like 14 and a half months, until he decided he wanted to walk, and he didn't just start walking. He ran. Like day one, once he figured it out, it was on. So I guess that's kind of the bad part of them walking late, is once they do, they go. Anyway, at 6 months, we also started a lot of baby-led weaning. At 4 months, he was taking baby food. I would just buy the baby food in the can and give it to him, and he would do a little bit of food at the table, like banana and avocado and stuff like that. By 6 months, he was eating, everything. The first 3 or 4 days he had avocado, the next 2 days he had banana, and then it was just like one thing at a time. But now he will eat whatever we're eating at 10 months old. So spaghetti with ground up meat, whatever. I just cut it real small and throw it on his plate. Pretty much anything he can eat. Last night he was eating tilapia. For lunch today, I gave him lunch meat and cheese and olives cut up small, just so he could swallow it whole if he had to, because he only has 2 teeth, and he got those 2 teeth at 8.5 months. I would say the last 6 weeks, so 8.5 months till 10 months now, is when the most change has happened. At 8.5 months, he got his 2 front teeth, and he started sitting, and he started waving, all at 8.5 months. So that was real recent, like a month and a half ago. Then 2 weeks ago, we put him out of his swing and into his crib. The crib's still in our master room, and we're sleeping in the guest room. We need to switch the guest room to his room, but it's just time. We haven't had time. So he's still in the crib, and he's kind of loud sleeper, so that's what kind of moved us into the guest room. We just didn't want to sleep with him, and we were sleeping better in a room without him, because he's just little baby noises, and he's not really awake, but then we're awake looking at him. So he's there, and he's sleeping so much better. In the last, couple weeks, he went from being up 2 or 3 times a night in the swing to sleeping pretty much all night. He goes down at 7, and he wakes up at 5 in the morning. The problem is he wants to be up for the day at 5 in the morning. I try to get him to go back to sleep, even nursing him in the bed, anything. It's just not really working. So I've kind of been up with him. This morning was 5:45, so that wasn't as bad. But I gotta come up with something to get him to sleep a little longer. But by 7 o'clock at night, he's exhausted. So I really can't keep him up much later. Plus, my older one goes to bed like at 7:30. So I don't want to push his nighttime back, because he sleeps 7:30 till 7. Easy. No problems with him. He still won't pull up on the side of the crib or on his playpen. But if you put him up, he'll hold on and stay up there for the longest time. Definitely started saying dada in the last couple weeks. So maybe about 9 months, 8.5, 9 months, he was saying dada. I still don't know if it's perfectly on, cue, but when his dad walks in, he does say it, but he'll say it when his dad isn't here too. But no mamas yet. So my weight has been exactly the same. Like, I have not lost, since my 2-week postpartum check, I have not lost a pound. I tried dieting in November around Thanksgiving, and it's really good, lost 5 pounds, and I gained it all right back. Right now I'm doing a weight loss challenge at my local gym, and it's like an Orange Theory fitness gym, and I am done 2 weeks, and I have 4 to go in the challenge. I'm paid $25 to get in, you know, and hopefully I can win the pot of money at the end, but I don't know. Even if I just lose some weight, I'll be happy. So I'm down like 5 or 6 pounds in 2 weeks, which is great, but let me tell you, it has been hard work. I've been trying to go to work out 3 times a week and eat right, and cut my carbs, and trying to kind of follow the South Beach diet, but I don't know. I think nursing, my body just does not let me lose the weight. So I've noticed in these 2 weeks my supply has dipped because he's banging his head on me when he's done. So instead of on one side, he's eating from both sides, and he still is not satisfied. So what I did the other day is I put formula, because I have so much formula, because I thought when he was 6 months he would do it. So I opened a new can of formula and half whole milk, which I know he's a little early for whole milk. He's still 2 months away. But it's just a little bit of whole milk. I'm just going to see how he's doing. And he's been fine with dairy and cottage cheese and regular cheese and things like that. So I'm thinking it'll probably be fine. So half formula, half milk after he's done nursing. And he will drink like 2 ounces of it. So I figured that'll just top him off. So he does that like twice a day. So maybe he's getting like 4 ounces of that mixture a day. And I think that's enough. I definitely feel my supply decreasing because of the dieting. And, you know, this restricting myself with calories and the working out. And I cheated on my birthday and I ate like a cow, like probably 3,000 calories. And for the first time in the two weeks, I woke up totally engorged. My boobs were just like rock hard. And I think it was just that kick in calories made my body produce milk again. So it is interesting how tightly correlated it is for me. I was a little surprised because last time I didn't really start to lose weight until my older son was on half formula, half nursing, and it was really easy. And since he's nursing so much still, I just think it's really hard to lose weight. So I'm trying not to kill myself over it, but when he's 1, I definitely want to be weaned too. So if it kind of dries me up at this point, when I'm like 7 weeks away from his first birthday, I'm not too worried about it because he will go on to whole milk with no formula in it at a year. If I have my way. He might have different plans. Yeah, but he never took a bottle really, so everything kind of goes in the sippy cup, and I kind of feel sad about that. I remember with my older son, I loved giving him a bottle. I just thought it was so sweet. And I remember the last bottle when I started filling it with water and giving him milk in a sippy cup to get him to switch to the sippy cup. I was kind of sad. I don't think I'll be sad to give up the nursing with this one. I mean, maybe I will when it comes, but I'm kind of over it at this point. Plus I want to get my body back. He eats whatever he wants. He poops like a champ, completely healthy. He's just hit 19 pounds, like 19 pounds, 1 ounce, at 10 months old. And he hates being held or confined right now. He's just going crazy. Like, we play outside a lot, and I watch my son, and I would hold him on my lap, or I'd let him play in the playpen next to me. He wants to be out on the driveway, which then he's trying to eat the leaves, and he's crawling in ant piles, and so it's just kind of a struggle. So I'll put him in the stroller and stroll him around. He doesn't want to be in the stroller. He doesn't want to be helped. He wants to be down with his brother running around. So I'm almost excited for him to start walking, which I know I'll probably curse myself for saying that to walking. You know, they'll probably walk in different directions, but I kind of am ready for him to walk. My older one listens really well, but he does not communicate with me back. He's 31 months and still not talking. And the pediatrician thinks we should wait till he's 3. But I'm going to go ahead and get him a speech evaluation. Unfortunately, I have to do it out of pocket because my pediatrician will not give me a referral for it because he doesn't believe they need it until they're 3. So I'm going to pay for it out of pocket, just see what the evaluation says. And if it comes back that he needs therapy, I'm going to bring that to my pediatrician and say, look, I'm either switching pediatricians or I need a referral because insurance will not pay for it until you have a referral. But at least if I have the evaluation, I have something to go to the pediatrician with and say, hey, look, he does actually need this. Can I get a referral? Let's see. Yeah, other than that, I feel like, 8.5 to 10 months has been the biggest amount of change the last 6 weeks, which is between his sleep, his teeth, his crawling faster, and just not wanting to be confined. And then we're about to be on the verge of this weaning thing. So we will see, but definitely the last 6 weeks has been a lot of fun and a lot of change, and I'm just looking forward to, the next 7 weeks to see what happens until he turns 1 year old. It's like exciting times. But anyway, I will let you guys go, and I will hopefully see you sooner. Bye.